Welcome to today's chair stretch and recovery class. I'm Coach Lindsay. Thank you for joining me as always. So like I said, today we're doing a nice, easy stretch and recovery class. So this class is going to be great for when you just have some tight muscles, you need to release any tension, or if you need an extra stretch following a workout or a walk. So we're going to do a full head to toe scan with a few stretches hitting a lot of our major joints and a lot of our major muscles. So what you need today obviously is just your chair. Being that it's Chair Tuesday, we do everything in the chair. We will not be standing up or getting up out of that chair today. You don't need a ton of space around you, but make sure you have a good amount of space to still be able to move about your chair. And then of course, if you choose to do these standing, you certainly can. You don't have to do everything in the chair today. And let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, we're gonna get into our chair form, which many of you know, even though this is a stretch and recovery class, we still wanna make sure that we're seated in that chair, good and comfortable. So we're gonna make sure that our feet sit flat on that ground. So if you need to scoot forward a little bit to bring your back off of the back of your chair, please do so. That's kind of another one of my rules. Even though this is a stretch and recovery class, we are not relying on the back of that chair. We still want to make sure we're staying nice and tall. We have good posture. Our core is engaged just slightly, not so much as in like a normal workout class, but still make sure that core is nice and tight so you're sitting up nice and tall. Feet are flat on the ground. We have a 90-degree angle with those knees, and we are seated nice and straight. And we're gonna start with some box breathing. So box breathing is a great way to just begin any kind of stretch routine. It helps kind of lower your heart rate a little bit, just kind of helps you get in the right headspace. So box breathing is a 4-count inhale, a 4-count hold, a 4-count exhale, and then a 4-count hold. So I'll count you through the first 2 rounds, and then we'll do 2 rounds on our own, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a big inhale here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1, and then nice slow exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just relax and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. One more round with me counting for you. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go ahead and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to go through 2 rounds on our own. So take a big inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. One more time. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Excellent job, Mighty Family. Let's go ahead and get into some neck stretches now that we feel nice and relaxed. Go ahead and take your chin and place it over your right shoulder. Keeping your back and your neck nice and straight, we're stretching the left part of our neck here. So by looking over our shoulder, we got that nice stretch down the top part of, or the front part of our left side of our neck here. So we're just gonna hold this stretch. Stay nice and tall, remember to breathe. And go ahead and slowly transition that glance to the left. So again, nice and stretch, good stretch on the right side of the neck. My right side feels so much tighter than my left, so it's a little bit hard to look over that shoulder. You might find the same on either side. Deep breath, nice and straight here. Excellent. Let's go ahead and take a nice slow gaze forward neck rolls. So stay nice and tall here in your chair. So as you bring your chin down to your chest, try not to round your back or your shoulders. So keep those shoulders nice and tucked back, your chest nice and open. Nice, big, slow neck circles here. Two more in this direction here. Last rotation, and then we switch. So go ahead and bring that neck rotation the other way, nice and slow here. Excellent. 2 more. And last one. Great. Now we're gonna get into reaches and side bends here. So we're gonna take a nice big inhale. As we bring those arms up, we're going to interlock those fingers and rotate them out. So nice big reach all the way up, really extend that core. And then we're gonna take a lean to the left. So keeping both sit bones and your legs on the ground, lean until you feel a nice stretch in the lower back there. And then we're gonna take an inhale, and as we exhale, we'll come back up, reach, and then again, all the way over to that other side there. Inhale, and then as we exhale, we'll reach back up. And then we bring those arms down nice and slow, nice and wide. Open up that chest, lift that chin a little bit if you need to. Feel that stretch and warmth radiate down your forearms. Shake those arms out. We'll do it one more time here. So we take a big inhale, raise those arms. Excellent. Interlock those fingers and stretch. Really try to roll those shoulder blades back a little bit, open up that chest. And then as you inhale and then exhale, reach over to the left. Nice job. Remember to keep those sit bones and your feet on the ground, so we don't want to stretch too far to where we're hanging off the chair there. Nice, good, sturdy stretch here. And then nice and tall back in the center. Inhale, and then exhale as you reach to the right. And then inhale, and then exhale as you reach to the center. And as we bring those arms down, nice and slow. Excellent. Open up that chest. Great job. Now we're gonna go ahead and do something very similar, but we're gonna take our arms and we're gonna place them in front of us, interlock and rotate those fingers. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna round the shoulders. So as you start to bring those shoulder blades forward, you round your shoulders. And we're just gonna stay here. So you're tucking your core a little bit, really rounding the shoulders, almost like as you feel like your shoulder blades are doors and you're opening up those shoulder blades, okay? We're gonna then come up back to that center and then bring those arms down to open up that chest nice and slow. So we're gonna do 2 more rounds of that. So as you bring those arms together, interlock those fingers, rotate those palms, and then round those shoulders, open up those shoulder blades. Excellent. Reach nice and tall. And then release those arms. Nice and slow here. Really open up that chest as you bring those arms back. Excellent. One more. So bring those arms together. You know the drill. Rotate those arms or rotate those fingers out and then pull those shoulder blades apart. Reach up. Keep those fingers nice and locked. Excellent. Now we release, bringing those arms down. Nice and slow. Great job. Let's go ahead and roll those shoulders out just a little bit here. We're gonna get into a shoulder stretch now. So as we bring that left arm across the body, we're gonna take our right arm and place it on the forearm of our left arm. So we don't wanna do this stretch by holding onto the elbow or onto the wrist, because then you end up pulling this way versus straight across the body. So once you have that set in place there, we're then gonna draw that shoulder down away from our ear so our arm is nice and straight. And then you're gonna pull that arm towards your body, feeling a nice deep stretch there in the shoulder, a little bit of the tricep. Stay nice and tall here. Remember to breathe. Excellent. Slow release of that arm. You can roll your shoulders out a little bit before we transition. Same thing, take that right arm across the body here. Take that left arm connected on the forearm. And then draw that shoulder down away from your ear. Remember to stay nice and tall here. So as we're getting into some of these upper body stretches, we tend to start to hunch our back. So fire on that core just slightly so that your back is nice and straight. And once you have that form set, pull that arm towards your body. Nice deep stretch in the shoulder there. Excellent. Deep breath here, inhale. Exhale, and then release that right arm. Fabulous. Roll those shoulders out. Getting into our last upper body stretch here today with our forearm and bicep stretch. So we're going to take our left arm, we're going to place our palm facing up, we're going to grab those fingertips and pull the fingertips towards you. So your arm is nice and straight. We feel a nice stretch here radiating throughout our forearm, a little bit of our bicep here. Pull those fingertips towards you just until you feel that slight discomfort. So if you're somebody who struggles with a little bit of carpal tunnel or wrist joint issues, you might not be able to pull those fingertips as closely to you as you would like probably, but go until you feel that nice good stretch there, no pain. A little bit of discomfort with stretching, but we never want to have any pain with that. Stay nice and tall here, deep breath, inhale and exhale. We're going to go ahead and rotate this. So we're going to take our arm, we're going to place palm down, take our fingertips again and pull them towards you. This time stretching out the top part of our forearm and into a little bit of our elbow here. So keep that arm nice and straight. So we don't want to have much of a bend here. You can bend a little bit if it's a little bit painful for you to extend that arm. But if you're able to straighten out that arm, stay nice and tall, really pull those fingertips towards you. Great wrist stretch here. A lot of my people that type on the computer a lot really value this stretch. This is a great one to release a lot of that tension in the wrist there. Excellent. Go ahead and release, roll the wrist out. Same thing on the other arm. So we're going to take that palm face up this time, pull those fingers towards you, nice and straight on that arm. Again, you can see my elbow is slightly locked. We don't want to, of course, like hyperextend it, but we want to lock that elbow in just slightly there, pulling those fingertips towards you. Stay nice and straight in your chair. Remember your legs, your feet are on the ground here. Go ahead and take a big inhale, exhale, and rotate. So we take this time, palm facing down, grab those fingertips and pull that wrist towards you. So again, you can see arm is nice and straight, not quite locked in, but no big bend there in the elbow. Great job. Inhale and exhale and roll those wrists out. Excellent. Let's get into a little bit of our core here. So we're going to do some deep side stretches here. We're going to take your legs a little wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to rest that left elbow on your left leg, and then we're just going to take that right arm and reach. So really just rest here on your left side. Doing that releases your core a little bit and allows for a deeper stretch there in the side. Right side there, lower back area. So remember though, with this stretch, keep your sit bones on the chair. So again, we don't want to have this stretch look like this, where we're coming up off that chair. We still sit nice and good on that chair, but we are able to get a nice deep stretch here on the side. Excellent. Inhale. And then as you exhale, come out of that stretch nice and tall, roll those shoulders back and switch. So again, right leg or right arm on right leg this time, and we reach. So keep your chest nice and open here as well. So we don't want to do this reach with our chest kind of pointed to the ground. We still want to stay nice and open. And then as we get into that nice deep stretch there, you'll feel that in your lower back. This is a great core stretch anytime you work out your core. So inhale and then exhale as you come back up. Nice job. Roll those shoulders out. Getting into our hips, we're going to get into a figure 4 stretch. So taking that left leg, left ankle sits on top of that right knee. That right leg is still at a 90 degree angle, not 45, 90 degree angle here. And then we're going to go ahead and take our left hand and push on that left knee. So keep your back nice and straight here. And as you push, again, you're going until you feel a nice, good stretch here in the outer part of your hip. So you should not push until you feel pain, especially in your knee. If you're feeling any kind of pain in your knee, lighten up on that tension there, and then just let your hips kind of feel that nice deep stretch. Excellent job. See if you can't push a little bit further here. Last couple seconds. And go ahead and release. Same thing on that other side. So right leg, right ankle on top of left knee, and then take that right hand and push down on that knee. So again, as you're doing isolated stretches like we're doing one leg and then the other, you'll notice one leg is tighter than the other. Then that kind of gives you an idea. Maybe if your right side is tighter than your left, you hold that stretch for a little bit longer, you do a little bit more, you give your right side a little bit more attention than that left side. That's totally fine. Our bodies are not equal one side to the other. Sit nice and tall here. Remember to breathe through your stretches. We don't want to have any pulsing. So what that looks like is I'm pushing on my knee like this to get that stretch. That is not what we want. We want a nice steady push until we feel it, and then we hold. That's the best way to make sure you're not stretching and loosening up that muscle fiber, and you're just able to get in that nice deep stretch. Excellent. Inhale, and then exhale as we come out of that outer hip stretch. Now we're gonna do inner thigh, inner hip. So hip flexor stretch, we're gonna rotate our body towards the left, okay? So your left leg is kind of in a lunge position towards the left. You take that right leg and you scoot it back just as far until you feel a good stretch here in that inner right leg. And then you can kind of take a lean back if you need a deeper stretch. Otherwise, you can stay nice and tall. You can even bring the arms out into a warrior pose position. You can kind of do whatever you feel like is best for that upper body. But nice deep stretch here in that right hip flexor. Keep that left leg. I just have the ball of my foot on the floor. That is fine as long as you're not on the tippy toes. So either flat on the ground or the ball of your foot on that left leg. And we're still sitting nice and tall unless you're leaning back for that deeper stretch. Excellent. So I'm gonna bring my arms up. Little warrior pose action here, a couple more seconds. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. We rotate back into our normal seated position and switch sides. So again, right side faces kind of in a 45-degree angle, and then we just inch that left leg back just ever so slightly. Nice stretch in the hip flexor. If you need to come a little bit more forward on your chair in order to achieve a deeper stretch, you certainly can. Just make sure you don't fall out of that chair. And once you're in that position, you know the drill. You can lean backwards, go into warrior. You can even twist at the abdominals just to kind of get a little bit of a cross diagonal stretch here. So do what feels right for you. You know your body best. Bring those arms out to warrior pose. It's always a nice way to keep nice and balanced here. Excellent. Take a big inhale and then exhale and rotate out back into our normal seated position. And we have one last lower body exercise here before we end. So this one, you're gonna wanna scoot forward in your chair, lean back just slightly, pull that knee towards your chest. This is the one time I will say, go ahead and lean back on the back of that chair. And then as you pull that left knee towards your chest, you'll feel a nice stretch here in the hamstring, a little bit of your glute area, which is your butt. It's called your butt muscles. So pull that knee towards your chest. Nice deep stretch. Again, you can position yourself however necessary to get a deeper stretch. So if you need to scoot more forward in your chair, you certainly can. Pull that knee towards your chest. You can rotate that leg back and forth. I like doing this. I like pulling the knee in so I get a little bit of a more outer hip stretch there. Again, same thing with pulling it outward. And then go ahead and add an ankle roll to this. So gripping the knee still, keeping your lower half of your leg, your calf area, nice and straight. We're gonna rotate that ankle. I realize we have black on black here, so you can't really see my ankle moving, but we're rotating that ankle, getting any kinks out. You can point and extend as well. So if the rotation doesn't feel so great on your knee, you can point and flex. Okay, that also is a great way to kind of work out that ankle joint. We'll stay here for another 10 seconds. Excellent. Go ahead and release. You can readjust, sit up if you need to, and then same thing on the other side. So pulling that right leg in towards your chest, leaning back in that chair. If gripping the top of your knee is not as comfortable, you can always grip underneath of your knee, okay? So know that that's an option as well. Either one will work. And then go ahead and do your side-to-side rotations if you feel like you need them. Excellent. Go ahead and add that ankle roll or extension and flexion of that ankle. Hearing some snap, crackle, pops on my end. I don't know if you could ever pick those up on the mic, but my ankles crack and pop and snap, and so I'm sure yours does too. It's always a good way to kind of get some of those kinks out. Just roll that ankle out. And then we flex and extend, point and extend. Excellent. Go ahead and release that leg. Mighty family, we're going to end with one of my favorite ways to end a class, which is a forward fold. So go ahead and take those legs a little bit wider, then shoulder width apart. Take a big inhale, reach, reach, reach. Interlock those fingers and further reach. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lean forward, nice and slow here. So as you start to get closer to the ground, you can touch the ground. You can grab your ankles, your shins, whatever feels best, but let your back kind of decompress here. Round those shoulders. And then we're going to inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to slowly roll back up, rounding those shoulders. Excellent. One more. Inhale. Reach. Interlock those hands and reach. And then forward fold. Nice and easy here. See if you can't reach a little further this round or this time. See if you can't grab the floor, grab the toes. And then go ahead and inhale and exhale as we round those shoulders and slowly come back up. Nice job, Mighty family. Oh, it feels so nice and relaxed on a Tuesday. Great way to start the day. Thank you so much for joining me for today's chair stretch and recovery. I will see you all on Thursday. Have a great day.